Hello everyone, welcome to AVSoft. My name is Amit and today we are going to see how to send SMS or OTP using Spring Boot application. This topic is very interesting and we are going to learn in easiest way. So let's start without wasting the time. Now let's see what will be the structure of our application. First, we have to create a Spring Boot application which has to send the SMS, but the question is how it will be able to communicate with the mobile. For that, we are going to use third-party API called as Twilio. So here, Twilio is providing a library to communicate with the Twilio API. So for that, we need to provide a token and ID to that libraries. And we can get that token and ID from Twilio website. For that, we need to create account on it. Once we send the message to Twilio API, then Twilio API is responsible for to send this message to receiver mobile. So let's create account on Twilio. So for this, search on Google Twilio, click here SMS and then start for free. Once you click on the start for free, after this you need to log in. In your case, you have to sign up. I have already account, so I'm logged in here. Once you logged in, so actually in your case, you will sign up. Once you sign up, you will see here the button called as a get number. Once you click on that get number button, you will see this number. But in my case, I already logged in and already number. So I don't need to click on that button, and this button I can't see because I have already number. So this is the Twilio number from which you are going to send a message. So copy this Twilio number. I'm copying this number here. Okay, after this, two important thing called as account SID. So copy this account SID and then auth token. Now we have the important things with us. By using this ID and token, we can able to call the uh, Twilio API. So let's jump onto the coding and let's open the STS to do the Spring Boot. Now let's create Spring Boot project. So right click, Spring Starter project, then provide the name. Let's say Spring OTP, OTP or send OTP. Okay, send OTP. Then click on the next. Select here. We don't need to select anything. Only Spring Web that we need. Then click here and finish. Once we finish, the product will get created here. So before that, we need to copy this dependency. Okay, so this is a dependency that we need to connect with the Twilio APIs. So copy this dependency. You can see the version 8.8.0. So copy this and then go to our Spring Boot application. Here send OTP is here. So click, sorry, Spring, okay, send OTP is here. Open this. Here pom.xml is there. And then when you open pom.xml, you will see there's some dependencies tags like this. So this is the dependencies. Inside this there are multiple dependencies. Okay, so what we can do, this is another dependency. This is, so these are the two dependencies already present. So what we can do, we are putting our dependency for the Twilio API here. Save. Once you save this dependency, let me format it. It will download all required jars. So to make sure that you will have internet, good internet at that time. Okay, that's it. Now open the project, create your new package called as controller. Make sure your package should inside that demo, that base package which you created default by default. Then finish. Once you finish, new, then class controller or SMS controller. Finish. Provide here annotation at the rate rest controller, and then provide here the method. So we need one method called as public void send SMS. Okay, so public, not void. Return type should be response entity, and Let me close this other stuff here. Okay, so it will be more visible to you. Now public response entity send SMS, and here provide two parameters: string mobile number, string to mobile number, and then comma string body, text body. Okay, text message, text. That's it. And then provide here mapping, get mapping, and then we need URL. Let's say send OTP or send SMS, and then slash provide here the path variables. So we will consider this as a path variable. So provide the annotation here, path variable bracket to mobile number. Okay, and here I think there is spelling mistake, path variable. That's it. Now let me copy this stuff and paste for another parameter. Okay, now we declare this both text and to mobile number as a path variable. So we will get this thing from the browser or as part of URL. Okay, and let's map this thing here. How to map it? Curly braces, and then here copy this to mobile number, and then slash that another parameter called as a text. That's it. So our API is ready. The now next step is uh, call that Twilio APIs using some libraries or classes which is provided by the Twilio. So how to do that? See here, Twilio is a class provided by that library which we already downloaded using that Maven dependencies. Now dot here there is a method called as a init. Now here provide that token that we already copied. So what is the token? This is a token. So copy this token here. This is not token, this is ID. Okay, that user ID, and then the next step is copy here the token, paste here. That's it. Now it is ready with the credentials, ID and token. The next step is call or send or connect with the Twilio using one class called as a message. It is also provided by the Twilio. So message dot let message dot creator. In the creator, you need to provide two phone number, then from phone number and message. So message we have already called as a text. So put here text. This is the message. The next thing is two phone number. Two phone number means we will send that two phone number from here. So paste here. Okay, don't put it directly. Instead of that, it is accepting object called as a new phone number. So new phone number. Okay, so here new phone number means that we want to pass message that particular phone number. So paste here. That's it. And again we need another phone number from phone new phone number from. So from that Twilio already given this number, copy this number, paste here, hard code this number, and this is the body. That's it. Okay, we already configure all the things. Now there is one another method called as a dot creator or create. Only create. Once we call this method, message will send to that receiver number. That's it. Now the next thing is return the response. Return response. Oh, my spelling mistake. Return new response entity, and here provide some custom message like message sent successfully. Okay, and then comma http status. dot okay. That's it. Now our code is ready. Now let's execute that code by sending the by calling this API. So before calling this API, let me start recording for my mobile. So it will help us to understand that message is received or not on the receiver number. Give me a second. Okay, so I have started the recording. Okay, now let's open the browser. Let's open browser and call localhost 8080, send SMS mobile number and that message. So message is hi. You can see the mobile screen also. Okay, and then enter. Let's see, will it work or not? Oh, something went wrong. Let me check. Okay, we haven't started the application. So first start the application. So first start the application, right click, run Spring Boot project. Now application started. Now go to the browser and then you can see the URL localhost 8080, send SMS slash that mobile number and message called as a hi. Okay, so we are getting the message sent successfully, and you can see on the screen. Let me open the screen mobile. Okay, you can see the hi message on mobile screen. That means it is working perfectly. Now let's send another message. Bye. This message is also sent successfully. Now you can see on the screen. Bye. Okay, so it is working fine. But our goal is send a OTP and validated OTP. So for this, we need another API here called as validate OTP. Okay, validate OTP. So let me tell you the flow. What will happen here? First, uh, first we will send the OTP. We will send the OTP, or user will call this API. Then user will get OTP. Once that OTP user will once that OTP received by the user will put that OTP on the browser again and call our another API called as validate OTP, public response entity, and here validate OTP. That's it. And here we will receive OTP with the and declare it as a path variable bracket OTP and then here string. Now next thing is provide get mapping and then slash validate OTP. That's it. And provide the path variable called as a OTP. Okay, we need another thing called as a mobile number here. Okay, so customer's mobile number. So at the rate path variable and then m number, then string m number, comma, called as mobile number. That's it. So that user will call this API. He will send. Okay, provide here. Okay, I missed again. Provide here m number as a path variable. Okay, so let me describe it again. We have written one get mapping API, which will call by the user and he will provide his number and his OTP. Then we will validate that OTP with the number. Now the question is how we can validate that OTP. Okay, the first, then before this, we need to generate the OTP here. Right now we are sending that message provided by the user. So what we are going to do here, we don't need this text message right now because we are going to send OTP here instead of text message. And here we need to create OTP for that particular mobile number. So for that we need to write one another method called as a generate OTP, private, generate OTP, and here provide mobile number, inside this we need to write a logic to generate the OTP. So we are going to generate a 6-digit OTP and it should be random. So for this there is one class in Java called as a random is equal to new random, then random dot I guess there is a method called as next int, and here we need to provide one number, let's say 6-digit number, let's say 9 lakh. Okay, then plus again 6-digit number, let's say 456. Okay, so we'll get a range number between this range. Okay, we'll get this number between this range, and here catch this number string OTP. Okay, OTP. Now this is the integer and this is the string. So what we can do here, we can change the type OTP to string. No, not possible. So we can do one thing, use one method of the string dot value value of okay, value of random random. Okay, so what we did here, see, we are generating the OTP using the random class which is provided in the Java already. It is responsible for to generate a random number. So we call random dot next int. So it will create this much number of digit, like 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we need a 6 digit, and OTP will be between this and this. Okay, so it will generate 6-digit OTP, and this OTP in form of integer. So we need OTP in string format, so we convert that integer into the string format. That's it. After this, once we generated that OTP, we need to send that OTP to the end user. So before send that OTP, we need to store that OTP at our end. So at the time of validation, we will check, okay, the OTP is same for that number or not. So for this, to store that OTP, we can do one thing. We can create one map. Let's say uh, map of string, comma, string, and an OTP map is equal to new hash map. That's it. Okay, so import this map here, spelling mistake. Okay, and then copy this and declare here. Okay, so we have the OTP map. Now inside OTP map, the next step is store that OTP which is generated. So store that OTP in form of keys and value. So key will be mobile number and OTP will be OTP. Sorry, value will be OTP. That's it. Okay. Now here what we did, we have created the OTP. We store that OTP inside the map as value and key as a mobile number. Now we are going to return. Okay, so you give here the return type called as a string. Okay. Now the next stage is return that OTP. Okay, that's it. So this method is responsible for to generate OTP for this particular mobile number. Correct the spelling here. Okay, now so what we are going to do here, as of now we are giving or sending the random text, not a custom text. Okay, which is provided by user, but right now we are providing OTP based on this method. So we need to call this method here. So call this, instead of text, call our method called as a generate OTP, and then provide your mobile number to mobile number. That's it. So it will return OTP. Okay, and it will send, instead of message, it will send a OTP to that user. To whom? To mobile number. Now we are generating the OTP by at our end. So in that case, what we can do, we don't need this text message. So remove this path variable, and we don't need this mapping called as text. Okay, we already removed this. That's it. That's it. So our code is ready, and we are generating the OTP using this method. And the next thing is we need to validate that OTP. So how to do that? It's very simple to validate the OTP. So user will send, or user will call validate OTP API with mobile number and OTP. So here what we can do, we have already that OTP stored into the map. So use that map and check in that map. In that map, check if that map contains this mobile number as a key or not. Not. If it contains, then check the OTP given by the user. Given by the user. So OTP dot equal to OTP map dot contain this mobile number. Sorry, not contain, it's get. It should be get. Sorry, it's my bad. Get mobile number. So see what we did here. Let me revise it again and put it inside the if block. If that's it. So let me revise. First, we have check here OTP map contains mobile number as a key or not. If if we already sent the OTP for that mobile number, then in first stage we have already stored. That means for that mobile number we will get the for that mobile number we will get the record or entry inside the map. So if that mobile number is present as a key inside the map, then it will execute this statement. In that statement, we are checking OTP dot equal to, that means the given OTP by user is equal to OTP map dot get mobile number. So it will returning us that stored OTP, which we stored already before sending. So here we already stored before sending. If it is match, that means OTP is validated. OTP is validated successfully and it is matched. So here we will do one thing, return new response entity, and here message OTP validation successful, and then comma HTTP. Okay, HTTP. If it is successful, then we need to return OK or 200 dot OK. That's it. Now next thing is, if it is not match, if it is not match, then don't go inside here and don't set OTP validation successful. Okay, don't send this message. Instead of that, return message new response entity, and here validation invalid OTP, invalid OTP, OTP, comma HTTP. So it's invalid, right? So for this, it should be bad request. That's it. Then we are good here. So let's revise the code again. So first, what we did, we created the send SMS method where we are accepting mobile number to mobile number as a path variable, and for that mobile number we are sending the OTP, and we are generating OTP using generate method. So this is the generate method. You can see where we have we have taken random is equal to new random. Then we have created the 6-digit random number, and we put into the map where key is mobile number, value is there, OTP, and we are returning that OTP. Once that API getting the once that OTP generated, so we are putting this OTP here, and then we are sending this OTP to the Twilio, and Twilio is responsible for to send that particular mobile number which we provided. And then we are sending message, or we are giving message, that message sent successfully. So here instead of message, OTP sent successfully. Once it is sent successfully to the end user, then end user will call our API called as validate OTP, and he will pass mobile number with OTP. Now after this we will check that OTP or that mobile number is present into our map or not. If it is present, then we will check that inside that map for that mobile number, what is the value. If that value called as OTP, which is we already stored, so that OTP dot equal to uh, given OTP by user or not. Let me revise. We will check the OTP present into our map for that mobile number is dot equal to OTP given by end user or not. If yes, then we are returning OTP validation successful. Otherwise, we are sending invalid OTP. That's it. Now let's do this thing. So let me start the recording here for my mobile. Okay, started. So before opening the browser, let's correct one spelling mistake. So here capital NO. So make this MNO, and here also MNO. That is okay. Okay. So make sure that spelling should be perfect. Okay. Otherwise it will not work. So let's open the browser. Now let's open the browser. So here you can see localhost 800 send SMS and the mobile number. So on that mobile number, we are going to send a OTP. So I have started this mobile recording also. So let's see. We are getting okay. Here we can see the message OTP sent successfully. Let me check on my mobile. Okay. On mobile also, we received the OTP called as 573817. Now our next target is to validate that OTP. So just change the URL validate OTP, and then provide the mobile number, and then slash provide here. Let's say first provide invalid OTP, for example 5555. Let's see. Now we are getting a response called as the invalid OTP. Now provide valid OTP. So what is valid OTP? If you see in mobile, so it is 573817. Now let's see what happened. Now you can see OTP validation is successful. Now in that way you can perform the validation OTP validation functionality. So that's all about this video. Now the next thing is, which is important, that Twilio API is not free at all. Yes, it is free for sample, but if you want to send unlimited messages, or like if you want to use for your business, so it is not free. There is a they are charging some like a $14 something like this. But yes, if you want to free, if you want some jugaad, then let me know and put into the comment. So I will create a video where you will get unlimited SMS free. Okay, unlimited SMS free. So that's all about this video. If you like, so please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching the video. Application.